Once upon a time there lived a woman who had no children. She dreamed of having a little girl, but time went by, and her dream never came true. She visited an old woman who gave her a magic seed of barley. She planted it in a flower pot, and the next day the seed had turned into a lovely flower called Tulip. Inside there sat a tiny girl, no bigger than a thumb. The woman called her Thumbelina. She gave her a bed made of walnut shell, mattress, and blanket made of the petals of flowers. One night, as she slept, a large toad sneaked into the house and took Thumbelina away. She planned to marry her son with Thumbelina. The toads put her on a water lily leaf on the pond. Thumbelina was left all alone. She cried a lot, for she felt so desperate. The minnows below the water lily leaf had overheard the two frogs talking and the little girl's sobs. They decided to do something about it. Then they helped Thumbelina to escape from the two ugly toads. Soon Thumbelina was set free, but she had nowhere to go, as she had never been out far. As she was walking, she found a little cottage. She knocked on the door. The door was opened by a mouse. The mouse served Thumbelina with food, and Thumbelina did the housework for keeping her safe. One day, the mouse introduced her friends. A mole. He's a very rich mole and has a lovely house, but he's short-sighted. He needs company, and he'd like to marry you. Thumbelina did not like the idea, but the mole felt in love with Thumbelina when they met. The mole invited Thumbelina and Themis to visit him, but to their surprise, they found a swallow in the tunnel. The mole told that the swallow was already dead from injury. Thumbelina went to that swallow and gently stroked the birds. She felt the sudden move from the swallow. She realized that the bird is still alive. Thumbelina promised the swallow to come again with food and blankets. The swallow felt well again, and he promised to help Thumbelina escape from the mouse and the mole. They flew high over the hills until they reached a country of flowers. The swallow gently laid Thumbelina in a blossom. There she met a tiny little fairy, the king of the flower fairies. They felt in love to each other. Finally, they married and lived happily ever after.